Hey guys, in this video we are going to be making a crochet pet net. To do this I am using a size 4 medium weight yarn and a 5.5mm hook. I started out with a chain of 158, and if you need to see how to do this or anything else in this video, I will link other videos for those in the description below. You can also make this in any size as long as it is an even number plus 8, so therefore still an even number. But that is why I started off with 158 chains, so that my chain is actually 150 plus 8. So to start the next round after this, we are going to slip stitch into the 4th chain from the hook. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to slip stitch right into that stitch. And so this now creates one of our hooks that we are going to use to connect our pet net to the wall. Then I'm going to single crochet into the next stitch and every single stitch after that until I have 4 chains left. So in my case I'm going to single crochet 150 times to leave myself 4 chains at the end. When you are done with all of your single crochets and you have 4 chains left, we will slip stitch into the very last chain and pull that tight. Then we will turn our work over, and this row and every single row after this is going to be worked the exact same way, and we will be decreasing by 2 stitches every time. So we're going to start off with a chain 2, which counts as its own stitch. So we're going to skip the first single crochet and double crochet into the next stitch to make this first stitch a V stitch. Now we are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch again, and double crochet into the next, and we are going to continue doing this, chaining 1, skip a stitch, and double crochet into the next stitch after that, all the way until the end, until we have 3 stitches left. When you get to the end of this row and you have again double crocheted into the 3rd stitch from the end of this row, we are going to do the same thing as we did at the beginning of this and skip the last chain and skip this stitch and double crochet into the last single crochet of the row. And this creates a V stitch at the end of this row. So we will have a V stitch at the beginning and end of every row. So again, for the next row we are going to do the exact same thing. Chain 2, skip this stitch, this chain, and double crochet into the top of the next double crochet. And this creates that V stitch. Then we will start with the chain 1, skip a stitch, and double crochet into the top of the next double crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and double crochet into the top of the next double crochet, and repeat this all the way until the last 3 stitches, where we will make another V stitch. When you again get to the end of the row, we will double crochet into the second to last double crochet and not chain 1 more, then still skip this chain 1 and this double crochet, and we will double crochet into the second chain of the beginning 2 from the last round. And so we are now going to continue doing this exact same thing for every row until our triangle comes to more of a point. So we're going to chain 2, skip over this double crochet, this chain 1, and then we are going to double crochet into the next double crochet. And again repeat this pattern all the way until our triangle comes to more of a point. When you get down to only a few stitches left, we are still going to continue doing the same pattern that we have done by skipping these first few stitches and double crocheting into the next, chaining 1, double crocheting into the next, and now here I am at the end already, so I'm going to chain 1, double crochet into the second to last double crochet of the row, and then double crochet into the top of the second chain from the last row. So now we are going to turn this And for this row, we are going to chain 2, and instantly we are at this point where we have to double crochet into the next stitch. And again, this is the second to last double crochet already, so we are not going to chain 1 at all. We're just going to double crochet into the second chain from the last row that we just did. And that is the very end of the pet net. So now I'm going to chain 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to turn this and slip stitch into the top of the second chain again. And this creates the loop at the end of the net that we will use to connect this to the wall. So now we will finish our work off. And that's all there is to it for our crochet pet net. As you can see, I have mine up on the wall already, tacked on the left, the right, and up in the back. You will notice that there are no extra loops on these edges to tack it to the wall, and that is because they always get stretched out as it is, so I did not add those on. If you feel that it's necessary to tack it to the wall, you can just choose a place and do so, but I feel that it is tight enough to leave it as it is. As long as you get these front tacks a little higher than the back, you are good to go. So I hope that that was enjoyable for you guys and helpful, and I hope you guys go on to create many more things, and I will see you guys in the next one.